This edition of the LCL Report brought to you by StashYourSwag.com. This amazing ebook has over 100 secret hiding places all around your house. Most hiding places are free, but none are over $50. Remember, StashYourSwag.com.
Hi, this is Terry Lupo. Welcome to LCL Report. Have you ever wondered how you would react in a stressful situation like being pulled over by the police, or perhaps what you would say in court when your freedom's on the line? Me too. But the problem is, until now, you really had to have professional coaching. In other words, lawyers have been doing this forever. They'll practice with a person, put them on the stand, what to say, what not to say, don't give too much information, and they practice. Well, a group of people got together and decided that might be a smart strategy to see how you would practice with things like getting pulled over by the police or saying something in court you shouldn't say. Let's take a look at some of their practice sessions.
I'm not in a hurry, no.
Or are you going
I mean,
65 and
I'd like to
35?
not be sitting here, but I was not traveling at that speed. I don't travel that fast.
You're arguing?
I'm not trying to be argumentative. I just don't think that that's the case.
Why don't we just stop right there, okay? She clocked you going 65, okay? My partner just got out of school for radar. She's got a PhD in radarology.
Like I said, I don't see any point in arguing about it, so I don't believe it's true. But
Where are you headed?
I'm heading down to my old place down in Salem.
Listen, we want to check a little bit. Do you mind if we check in the back?
What do you mean by that?
Well, you don't have anything to hide, do you?
I don't think I have anything to hide.
Okay, so you don't mind if my partner takes a look in the back, right?
Oh, from outside, sure. You can look right in there.
Oh, okay, thanks. You want to pop the trunk? Can we just take a
No,
quick
I'm
look?
not.
It won't take but a minute.
We're not going to be doing that.
What's that?
We're not going to be doing that here, I don't believe.
You want to sign this right here?
I'm not going to be signing anything, sir.
So I'm going to take you to something called Pimp My Activism. It's created by Mike Barsky, and I'm going to let you hear our conversation explaining what it is and how it works.
Can you give me an idea of what made you decide to start this program?
Sure. I first moved to New Hampshire about 9 months ago as part of the Free State Project, with the goal to work towards getting more liberty and shrinking the government. But I had never done any of that before, never done activism, never refused to cooperate with police or with judges or whatever. So once I was here, and the first time I was forced to interact with a cop, literally, because the cop came up to me for an issue, I didn't handle it very well, and it was very scary, and all the old indoctrination came out, and he must be right, he's a cop, and he's got a gun, etc., etc. So after that incident, in which I didn't handle it well and things could have gone better for me, I realized, there's got to be a way to practice this, and so I started gathering friends together, and we decided to rehearse what might happen.
What do you say to people who just think this idea is a little extreme? Why don't you just answer the questions the cops have? I mean, why don't you guys just cooperate? What do you tell people?
Actually, that's certainly, I'm not even opposed to that. This Pimp My Activism doesn't take a stance, it's just a forum to practice. So when we have a group of people together, at any one given session, some of those people might want to practice saying nothing to a police officer. Some of those people, and someone might want to even practice being a police officer to see what it feels like on that side of the line. Whereas other people might want to practice being as polite as possible to the police officer and giving them all the appropriate paperwork, but not giving them anything outside of the purpose of the pullover or whatever. So basically, if someone says, why don't you just answer the questions of a police officer, if that's what you want to do, I'm all for it. You still might want practice doing it in such a way that you get the outcome you desire.
So there's a lot of people that, you're so scared and your blood's rushing that you say a lot of stupid stuff you don't need to say. Is that what you're saying?
Right, and I wouldn't necessarily call all of it stupid, but there's just, you not having experienced it before, or perhaps just not that often, you might just want to be able to have control of the situation instead of just being bullied by a cop. or perhaps you've dealt with police pullovers or trials in court or whatever, and you've never really encountered when a situation could go bad, like you have a bad judge or a cop who's really aggressive instead of polite. Maybe you want to practice that.
Excellent. Now, for people that want to learn more, I understand you have sample videos up on your website. Could you tell them where they can find that and how to get more information?
Sure. First of all, Pimp My Activism is just a cute name, but PIMP really stands for Practice Makes Perfect. So the website is pimpmyactivism.info. And what we do is video record all of the practice sessions that we do, and a little bit of the discussion that we have afterwards when we're talking amongst ourselves what went right and what could have gone better and what might be a different tactic to try. And we put them on the website, and on the website there's threaded discussion, so anyone, even those who can't participate in person, can view the videos and participate in discussions on the web on what they think they would do or what they would like to see changed or try differently.
Excellent. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Now, you really have to decide which kind of activism is right for you, and this stuff might not really be your forte, or might be right up your alley. The thing is you have to be very careful. Just remember that no matter how in the right you are, the police officer always holds the trump card where they can do whatever they want, and then they can sort it out in court 2 or 3 years later after you spend a fortune. They always have that power. I remember talking to my cop, a friend named Andy, and he was telling me he didn't really care if he was in the right or wrong. If someone was arrogant and a jerk to him, that he would take them for what he called the ride. He'd say that didn't matter, he could still drag you into court, he could still drag you into the station. You can be arrested for any infraction at any time if they really want to. And you would have to spend a fortune to prove you were in the right. And he told me also that the worst that would ever happen to him is he might get reassigned somewhere, or they might suspend him with pay, so he gets a paid vacation. Needless to say, after that conversation, me and Andy really stopped being friends. It was kind of hard. I thought that was pretty sick. But it is the truth. The cops always have the power to do what they want to you, so you got to be very careful if you decide to use these techniques. And thank you for watching LCL Report. Until next time, good hunting.